My friends, I wonder if I could talk with you guys tonight about creativity. You see, you're either a creative person in the artistic sense, or you are not. And if you are in the artistic sense, let me tell you something. Lord Almighty, great gosh almighty, it'll drive you fucking mad. Because you keep having ideas, you see. Don't worry about this AI thing. That's just an amendment, an adjustment to what we're already doing. Because the AI will never, ever compete with the biosphere in here. The biocomputer. No, it won't. On a serious note, that's serious enough for you. Yeah, creativity. You got to be careful if you're creative that you don't equate your creativity with commercial success. That's just a happy bonus if it happens. But if you're creative, if you're a writer, a musician, an artist, a poet, it could drive you mad a bit, you know, and you'll end up chopping your ear off. Van Gogh, or is it Van Gogh style? Van Gogh I'll go for. Yeah. I talked one time, many, many years ago. I can't remember how I met her. She was a lady of cake baking years, but I think she was a psychologist. Shout out to my sister who's a retired psychologist, by the way, Angela. And this lady, I just got talking to her, and I said, I write. I want to broadcast with all my heart. I draw. I even fancy myself that I can write poetry. But the problem is, I'm a business person. I should really marry the two. But my business is in shifting widgets and computers and stuff. And therefore, anytime I feel like writing, which I do, especially when I was in my 40s, a lot of writing went on. And some of it was rather indulgent. I know I'm going off on a tangent. Some of it had great, I still think, merit. And some I look back or I read on and I go, what the fuck was that about? But anyway, this lady with the kind of blue rinse, we're chatting and I said to her, look, so, it's just like doggerel. It's scribblings. It's ideas about myself. She said, no, Mark, that's creativity. And she said to me, do you know when it strikes you? Whatever it is, that poem, that book, you must stop what you're doing and go to it. It stuck with me, that. She said, you don't be questioning whether it's going to make you a million or not. If this is in you, you need to stop what you're doing and do it. And I go, but I will feel guilty about that. It's not making money. It's not putting bread on the table, which inevitably I will end up eating. She said, no, you are artistic. You must go to the art. Have you made art today, or have you just made excuses? She was a wise lady. So recently, if you pardon the expression, I've been cleaning out my drawers, my files, and I'm finding a few skeletons in there. The 40s were I think I cracked up in my 40s. I think something snapped. I know, because I was dealing with both ends of the spectrum. I had elderly parents, one of them with Alzheimer's, my mother, God rest her. And on the other hand, we had two beautiful, they're so grown up now, two beautiful little girls. And I was going through, I'd done all the corporate thing, and I was coming out the other end of the mince meter, and I still wasn't doing what I wanted to do. Still not. Which everybody who knows me knows what it is. Broadcasting. And anyway, I ended up writing stuff. One day I saw someone going along by a railing, and she was running her beautiful, lithe fingers against a railing. She was quite fetching to mine eye. And I looked at her and all her 20-something beauty. This is going way back. And I thought, what if I was in London in the 60s or 70s? A man about town, and these beautiful London women that you'd see. Like when I was young, the Irish women would be wondering as to what your prospects would be in life. But if you go to London, your introduction in the disco is they would swap their chewing gum into your gob before they even ask you your name. And I thought, whatever happened to those pretty young things? So I wrote this. It's called She. That's probably rubbish.
She took out her 3-fingered salute, then placed it in her boot, smiling her golden gate smile where it shouldn't be, ambled up to me. All along the railings she ran her hand from Hyde Park up to the bandstand. And when those London hazy evenings with the smog yellow gaslights fell deftly within summer's grasp of longing, never asked she left a perfumed note to say, "Well, hey, just don't you know I took it real slow. Was I faking? Well, what do you think? Would you chain me to the cool porcelain white enamel kitchen sink in my paisley patterned spattered kooky shoes? Choose to linger loose lips that pout of casual screws? Cromwell Hospital blues. Cry aching, pulsating, gyrating, masturbating, high stocking, not for shocking any which way but loose. All right already it was. So heady, rock steady against the heated flat radiator, breaking and entering her forced nylon to melting. But it was good, she said. More, it was no chore for her. For she girl, she woman, come, arching ecstasy all along the railings. She ran her hand from Hyde Park up to the bandstand. She had me there in her lair, $1,000 stare. The cling azure turquoise eyes, sleek of thigh, try as I might, too hot to handle. Mesmeric Maynard, siren, vixen, gemstone, now I find myself alone so long ago, yet when summer's London evenings fall deftly like chiffoned skyline, I can see her drive up in her mini-car skirt and feel her nails clawing my chest. Her teeth bite my lips and chin. It was beauty, not sin, sitting in her bay window with her legs tucked up. Cup of cocoa. That was all those London years ago. I wonder, does she live now or no? All along the railings she ran her hand from Hyde Park up to the bandstand. She